Welcome to Cosmic Compass, the channel where we explore the wonders, mysteries, and extremes of our universe. Together, we'll journey across planets, stars, and galaxies, uncovering the science that shapes the cosmos and our place within it. Today, let's turn our attention to a world that looks like Earth's twin at first glance, but hides one of the most hostile environments in the solar system, Venus. Venus, our closest planetary neighbour, and in many ways, the most deceptive. At first glance, it appears Earth's twin, nearly the same size, similar density, and even located within the inner region of the habitable zone. But as we peel back its thick cloud layers, a shocking reality emerges. Let's imagine standing on its surface for just a moment. The air presses down with a force 92 times greater than Earth's, like being crushed beneath the ocean at a depth of 1 kilometre. The temperature soars to nearly 470 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead, and above us the sky glows a perpetual orange, thick with toxic clouds of sulfuric acid. So how did this twin of Earth become such a hostile inferno? And what secrets still lie hidden beneath its heavy atmosphere? Today, we'll embark on a journey to explore Venus, the planet that might have once been like our home, but transformed into a vision of hell. Let's uncover what makes Venus so extreme, the missions that dared to touch its surface, and why scientists remain fascinated with its mysteries. By the end, you may find yourself asking, is Venus just a cautionary tale? Or could it still hold answers about life beyond Earth? Venus is the second planet from the Sun, orbiting just 108 million kilometers away. To the naked eye, it is one of the brightest objects in our night sky, often mistaken for a star. Ancient civilizations called it the morning star or the evening star, depending on when it appeared. At first glance, its similarities to Earth are striking. Venus is only slightly smaller, with a diameter of 12 to 100 kilometers compared to Earth's 12,700. Its gravity is about 90% that of our own, meaning if you weigh 70 kilograms here, you'd weigh 63 on Venus. That's close enough that walking around would feel familiar, but the resemblance ends there. Venus rotates in the opposite direction to most planets, including Earth. A day on Venus, the time it takes to rotate once, lasts 243 Earth days, which is even longer than its year of 225 days. Imagine that a day longer than a year. This strange rotation also means the sun rises in the west and sets in the east, the opposite of what we experience. Yet, with its dense atmosphere, sunlight barely penetrates to the surface, leaving the world in a permanent twilight haze. From Earth, Venus may look calm and beautiful, glowing brightly in our skies. But beneath those clouds lies one of the most extreme environments in the solar system. And to understand it fully, we need to dive into the details of what makes this planet so unforgiving. Let's descend through the atmosphere together. The first thing we encounter is a thick layer of carbon dioxide making up over 96% of the air. Trapped within heat from the sun, has nowhere to escape, creating a runaway greenhouse effect. The result is the hottest planet in the solar system, hotter even than Mercury, despite being farther from the sun. As we fall lower, the clouds become opaque. They are not made of water, but droplets of sulfuric acid. For us, that would mean instant corrosion. Imagine rain that doesn't cool but burns through metal. The pressure builds. At the surface, it is equal to the crushing weight of 900 meters of water pressing down on every square centimeter. Ordinary spacecraft cannot survive such conditions for long. On the ground, temperatures hover at 470 degrees Celsius. To give perspective, aluminum would weaken, zinc would vaporize, and even steel would be close to glowing red. This is not just inhospitable for humans, it is hostile to nearly all known materials. The landscape is equally alien. Volcanic plains stretch as far as the eye can see, broken by mountains higher than Everest and vast lava flows frozen in time. Radar mapping from orbit has revealed evidence of possible active volcanism, even today suggesting that Venus is not geologically dead. And yet perhaps the most unnerving feature is the sky itself. Above the horizon hangs a permanent orange glow, the light diffused through dense carbon dioxide. No clear blue skies, no stars at night, only an endless, suffocating twilight. If we could somehow stand there, even for a moment, we would experience crushing pressure, unbearable heat, and corrosive air. A place where survival is measured, not in minutes, but in seconds. This is Venus, a vision of hell sculpted into a planet. Despite the dangers, humanity has dared to reach Venus. The first serious attempts came from the Soviet Union in the 1960s and 70s under the Venera program. These were pioneering missions. Some failed upon arrival, but others succeeded in doing what no other spacecraft has managed since landing on the surface. Venera 7 in 1970 became the first probe to transmit data from Venus's surface. It survived only 23 minutes before succumbing to the conditions. Later missions like Venera 13 in 1982 returned colour images of a rocky barren landscape. The photographs show flat slabs of basalt under a dark orange sky, a world both alien and strangely familiar. NASA joined the exploration with Flybees and orbiters. The Magellan spacecraft, launched in 1989, mapped the planet's surface with radar, revealing its volcanic plains and mountainous regions in astonishing detail. More recently, missions from the European Space Agency and Japan have orbited Venus to study its atmosphere and climate dynamics. Each attempt pushes the limits of engineering. No rover has ever crawled across Venus as they have on Mars, because nothing can withstand the combination of heat and pressure. Even the most advanced landers last only a few hours before failing. But every mission has left a mark. They have shown us a planet, shaped by volcanism, shrouded in acid clouds and locked in a greenhouse state. Venus is not just Earth's twin, it is Earth's warning. And yet despite decades of study, so much remains unknown. Venus still guards many secrets. For one, its surface appears relatively young, geologically speaking, less than 1 billion years old. How did this happen? Some scientists suspect the planet experienced a global resurfacing event, where massive volcanic eruptions remade the crust entirely. Then there's the question of volcanism today. Recent radar observations suggest hotspots and changes that may indicate active volcanoes. If true, Venus could be one of the few planets besides Earth still geologically alive. Another mystery lies in its atmosphere. High above the surface, at altitudes of 50 kilometers, temperatures and pressures are surprisingly Earth-like. Some scientists have speculated about the possibility of microbial life existing in these clouds protected from the furnace below. In 2020, the reported detection of phosphine gas, often linked to biological processes, sparked heated debate. While later studies questioned the finding, the possibility remains tantalizing. We also don't fully understand why Venus spins so slowly or why it rotates backwards. Was it struck by a massive body early in its history, or did atmospheric tides driven by its thick atmosphere gradually reverse its motion? Each of these puzzles reminds us how little we know. Venus is our closest neighbour, yet in many ways it is more mysterious than the distant outer planets. Fortunately, new missions are on the horizon. NASA is preparing 2 ambitious projects, Da Vinci Plus, which will plunge through the atmosphere to measure its chemistry directly, and Veritas, designed to map the surface with next-generation radar. The European Space Agency is planning Envision, another orbiter, to reveal more about Venus's geology and climate. Together, these missions could answer whether the planet is volcanically active, how it evolved into a greenhouse world, and whether life could survive in its upper clouds. And beyond robotic missions, there is even speculation about human exploration. Some scientists imagine floating habitats in the upper atmosphere, where conditions are far less extreme. Here, temperatures are mild and the pressure is close to Earth's. It sounds like science fiction, but then again, so did landing on the moon once upon a time. Venus may never be a second Earth, but understanding it could help us better protect our own world from climate catastrophe. Venus is a paradox so close to Earth, yet so impossibly different. It shines in our night sky as a beacon of beauty, but beneath its clouds lies a world of crushing heat pressure and acid, a world that destroyed the spacecraft that dared to touch it. And yet Venus teaches us. It shows us the power of greenhouse gases, the violence of volcanic forces, and the fragility of planetary balance. Studying it is not just about curiosity, it may be about survival, our survival. So let's ask ourselves, what else might Venus reveal in the years ahead? Could it show us how life begins or how worlds die? Could it be a warning or perhaps a guide? One thing is certain, Venus will remain one of the greatest cosmic riddles. And together, we will keep looking toward its glowing light in the sky, wondering what other secrets it still holds. If you enjoyed this journey through the fiery world of Venus, don't forget to subscribe to Cosmic Compass for more explorations of space and the stories hidden among the stars. What do you think? Should Venus be our next great frontier of discovery, or is it simply a reminder of what can go wrong on a planetary scale? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep looking up and let's continue navigating the cosmos together.